Tamil Parayanam. These are the Tamil works of Sri Ramana Maharshi. It is daily chanted in Sri Ramana Ashramam. Here we are studying some important verses. Verses from Monday chanting. Getting rid of the I am the body idea, turning the mind inwards, and merging it in the heart is to realize the real non-dual light of the self. Look within, ever seeking the self with the inner eye. Only then it will be found. Thus didst thou direct me, O beloved Arunachala. When shall I become like the ether and reach thee, subtle of being, that the tempest of thoughts may end, O Arunachala? Who is the seer? When I sought within, I watched what survived the disappearance of the seer. No thought arose to say, I saw. How then could the thought, I did not see, arise? Who has the power to convey this in words? When there is not the I thought, then there will be no other thought. Until that time, when other thoughts arise asking, to whom? To me. He who pursues this closely, questioning what is the origin of the I, and diving inwards reaches the seat of the mind within the heart becomes the sovereign lord of the universe. He who turns inward with untroubled mind to search where the consciousness of I arises, realizes the self, and dissolves in the O Arunachala. Like a river when it joins the ocean. Verses from Tuesday chanting. Holding the breath controls the mind, like a bird caught in a net. Breath regulation helps absorption in the heart. Mind and breath as thought and action fork out like two branches. But both spring from a single root. It is true wisdom for the mind to turn away from outer objects and behold its own effulgent form. When unceasingly the mind scrutinizes its form, it will see that there is no such thing as mind. This is the direct path open to all. Thoughts alone make up the mind, and of all thoughts, the I thought is the root. What is called mind is but the notion I. When one turns within and searches whence this I thought arises, the I vanishes, and wisdom's quest begins. Where this I notion fades, there appears the I by itself. The One, the very Self, the Infinite. When the mind turns inward seeking, who am I, and merge in the heart, then the I bows its head in shame and the One, I, appears as itself. Though it appears as I, it is not the ego. It is reality, perfection, the substance of self. For one who seeks, there is state beyond waking, dreaming and sleeping. It is wakeful sleep, the fourth state called Turiya. But as this Turiya state alone is real and the three apparent states are illusory, this fourth is called transcendental state. Verses from Wednesday chanting. Self-knowledge. Very easy is self-knowledge. Very easy indeed. The thought, I am the body, is the thread on which are strung together various thoughts. Enquiring within, ask, who am I, and whence is this thought? All other thoughts vanish, and as I within the heart cave, the self shines of its own accord. Such self-awareness is the only heaven, this stillness, this abode of bliss. Devi Kalotharam. Goddess Devi. O Lord of all celestial beings, I yearn to know that path of supreme wisdom and the means by which one can attain liberation, so that all the people in the world may attain salvation. Out of your compassion, I beg you to teach it to me. God Siva. O Queen among women, In order that everyone may attain knowledge, I shall clearly explain to you today the highest wisdom and the methods, though difficult to describe, by which discerning seekers of wisdom can attain liberation free from any blemish. The means by which this mind, which is restless and moves about quicker than the wind, can be brought under control, is indeed the means to liberation and is good for those who seek the permanent reality. It is pure consciousness and the state of firmness. It alone is the righteous duty to be observed by discerning seekers. The void which is without parallel, which is the effulgence of pure wisdom, completely devoid of visible phenomena, and which consists of the aspect I, is considered the seed of liberation. The experience of that impels one to start on the path of union with the Supreme. The one who fails to meditate on this great, all-pervading void, formless and vast like sky, gets entangled in samsara like the silkworm caught in its own cocoon. Understand this. Only the valorous who, with the arrow of Sunyabhava, have pierced through all regions from the highest to the nethermost, are considered knowers of the void. The mind, hankering after the things of this world, is more restless than a monkey. If one controls it and one is established in the state of Sarvasunya, one will attain liberation directly. When once the mind becomes steady, it should not be disturbed in any way. There is no need to think of anything else. One should fix the mind firmly in that state of self-awareness and keep it still. By stilling one's mind restless like wind, one fulfills life's highest purpose, the aim of spiritual study. Those who meditate on the supreme void and become established in through constant practice will reach the supreme abode. Verses from Thursday chanting. Neither emptiness nor non-emptiness but both emptiness and non-emptiness, the self, being the whole, extends everywhere and does not have the least preference for any one part. Contemplate this self at all times. Devoid of thought, hold on to one thought of the self. Compel the thinking mind to settle its attention on the self and do not allow it to think of anything else. Giving up attachments to sense objects, quell all thoughts arising in the mind. That day when the eternal, non-dual, mind-free presence is realized, know that that is supreme bliss. One should gradually attain quietude by firmly controlling the intellect and immersing the mind in the self, allowing no thoughts to arise. Wherever the restless, unsteady mind wanders, one should steady it and bring it back to rest in the self. Summary. Those who meditate on the supreme void will attain supreme consciousness. So thought-free state meditation is the way to attain Atma. Sri Ramana Maharshi gives the meaning of the word Mahasunya or great void. It means that other than which there is nothing. That verily is the self. So to fulfill Mahasunya is only to be that.